Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me now? Yo, what in the world? Why does this do this? Okay, so this wasn't my fault this time. Okay, this wasn't my fault this time. Hey, yo. So first of all, now we here. Now we good. We got some people in the building now. I gifted some memberships real quick so that they could stick while we only got a little bit of people in here. I wanted to shout my girl, Nene, out for blessing the Real Enigmas and Theories channel with this dope tray table. This is something that's definitely going in my studio setup. Gonna be rolling up on this joint. Gonna be using this joint for writing. You know what I'm saying? I love tray tables. This is done very nice and professional. Nene, if you can, drop your link in the chat to your business. If you have a link and you whether it be to your Instagram or to your website where you do these at, I'm glad that I got a chance to get this in the beginning of this live stream. Let me go ahead and give the shout outs real quick. I just got over a cold, y'all. Pardon me, pardon my voice. That's why I didn't go live yesterday, because I was in this motherfucker sounding like a mixture of the Macho Man Randy Savage mixed with Forrest Whitaker's voice. So mind my voice, don't mind me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting over this little cold. My voice was shot for the last couple days. It's been about 2 days. You know, I knock these kind of things out pretty quick though. You know, I take a couple of vinegar baths, you know, drink some good herbs, some hot teas, you know, drink a lot of water, smoke the ganja, and I'll get over it real quick. Again, shout out to Nene for this right here. This is fire. Oh yeah, I was in this motherfucker sounding like Doc Rivers. I was in this motherfucker sounding like Doc Rivers mixed with Craig Mack, bro. I woke up and I felt like it was a sliding board in my throat. Pause. And yeah, I was like, yeah, I can't go live today. I sound terrible. But now I'm back. You ever wake up? Yeah, onions in the socks. Definitely. Onions in the socks. My grandmother used to put the onions in the socks. Yeah, this is fire. This is fire. This is what's going to be rocking in the studio. Nene, I appreciate this so much. I was going to shout this out on my last live stream, but I was like, damn, my topic is a little bit too inflammatory, and I don't want to mix my sister's shout out with the shit that I'm talking about. So I'm a fall back and do it the next live, and here we are. You know, I was going to do it the last live, but I was talking that shit in the last one. So, you know, if you have the link, sis, you can post it in there anytime. That link that I posted earlier, this is to the Real Enigmas and Gangsters page. I will be dropping some content on there. There's no content on there right now. However, I figured I'd tell y'all about the page. I haven't even put a logo up yet, but I figured I'd tell you guys about the page. It's where I'm going to be examining the fascinating lives and the cases of some famous gangsters or infamous gangsters. And I'm I'm gonna only select the ones that movies and documentaries have been created on. And what I'm gonna be doing is examining their life, their real life, and comparing it with what we got in the documentary. And with what we get in the documentary, and also I'm going to point out some of the missed opportunities that they had, left out some of the real things about the real people. You know, whether this person might have been a musician. And some of the gangsters out there were actual musicians. Some of them were great artists. They just took a road that some others would not take, you know? And I don't judge them for that. Someone in here came in here last stream when I was talking about the page, and they asked me, why would I idolize these scumbags? And my thing is, you know, and Golden Child came through too with the answer. There's nobody more gangster than the government. So, you know, and that's just a bona fide fact. But we're not gonna get into that shit today. If you want to hear this page, if you want to hear that type of content from me, go check it out. Go check out the page. There'll be some content up there soon. I have like 6 scripts already done. They're fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to wait till I get 10 done. Then I'm going to lock in for one day. And I'm going to record all 10 voiceovers. And then I'm going to start editing them. And I'm going to drop a video twice a week on the gangster page, Real Enigmas and Gangsters. So run those numbers up. I'd like to start this page off with some followers on there, with some subs on there. Start the page off, get it popping, let do the work, put the videos up, and let it go from there. I know you guys saw my thumbnail. My thumbnail had the Civil War soldier and the guy with the skull. And we're going to talk about that a little bit because I want to know what's next for season 4. I want to talk about what's next. And one of the themes that I felt got away from the show a little bit in season 3 was the history aspects. And I feel like the Civil War soldier and the guy with the skull are referencing historical aspects. You know, hold on one second. Okay, so I think that they're referencing historical aspects. And when we look at those things and how they kind of abandon them, they didn't really abandon them. They're just kind of sitting on the back burner. They're simmering. But I think season 4, they're going to dive into that a little bit more. Now that we know Jade and Tabitha have been reincarnated, I think they may dive into some of the past things that happened before. Now, do I think that's a good idea? I don't think that's a good idea. And I'm going to talk about some reasons why. But what I hope they don't do that, but I think they may. And I think that the telling us the revelation of the reincarnation is somewhat of a segue into the historical aspects. What I think they should focus on in season 4 are things like what moved the tent, what was going on with the spiders, what was the spiders about, whose food was that out there at the cabins, who set the bear trap, what scared the hell out of Tabitha in her dream as a little girl, where is Eloise, Um, those are some things that I'd like to see in season 4. I'm pretty sure all of us feel the same way. They did answer some questions. Okay. Debbie Ebby Bo Bebby is in the building. Debbie Ebby Bo Bebby, Banana Fana for Febby, FIFA, Momebi, Debbie. She's here in the building. Debbie dropped a dope clue about the Vesica Pisces, and I forgot to put it in my last video, but I did mention it in the last live stream, and that was that Jade came into town in an Audi, which has the Vesica Pisces as its logo and symbol with the 4 circles. Now, I didn't even confirm it, but I know Debbie, when she says something like that, that's on point. You know what I mean? So I am going to confirm it eventually, because I'm going to use it in a video. I'm going to talk about it. Him coming in town in a chariot encrusted with Vesica Pisces is crazy. You know, let's run through a little shout outs here. I did the shout outs earlier, but let's run through them again real quick. We have the beautiful Carrie in the building. Much love to you. We got Drippy, the anonymous tortoise. His show back up. You know what I mean? Came through real quick. Yo, that was funny. That was funny. PM is in the building. Good to see you, PM. Happy 2025, lady. Jessica O is here. Who else we got? We got Golden Child is in the building. We got my boy Percy is in the building. What's up, brother? How you? Who else we got here? Is that Real Enigmas and Theory Gangsters link? Go hit that link. Get up in there. Let's see here. We got Nene in the building. Yes, indeed. Let me rock this again. This is fire. Let's let that rock for a second. I wish I could. Is it a repeat button on this thing? Hold on. Is it a repeat button on this thing? Yes, it is. Go ahead and repeat that thing one time. Yeah, Drippy's in the building. We got Dwayne in the building. Jessica O, the beautiful Jessica O is in the building. She's here. Sweet Pea is in the building. Good to see you. Yes, the tray is fire. Nice work. I love that. I love that. Debbie subscribed to the new page. That's fire. Good luck. Isley Claymore, preach it. Oh, you must be talking about the gangster shit. Okay. Hey, Soul Taker is in the building. What's up, Friendly? Show my brother some love. Hit the like button. Yes, indeed. How many likes we got in here? How many people we got versus likes? Them likes looking like. Oh, okay. 23 people, 32 people watching. Blue Water, good to see you. Right, Jade and Tabby need to drop the past lives. Jade has a little mama to get back. Nice to get a full storyline, but don't explore. Don't think they will. Interactions with monsters going better. Yeah, I think that the interactions with the monsters is what they should really focus on this next season. Now that we know what the monsters are, and okay, so obviously our townspeople are talking a little bit more. So Fatima's already told Ellis what they are. She tells Boyd what they are, and Boyd's like, yeah, man, we really got to start fucking these things up. But what happens? Or what happens to them? I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, what? They kill a bunch of monsters, and then a bunch of women end up pregnant, and they're about to have the monsters again? Like, I don't know. How does this work? What are we working with? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I want to see some Eloise. Pause. I want to see some Eloise stuff. I want to see some I don't really want to see the backstories of the old characters. I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. I'm not gonna go there right this minute, but I'm gonna tell you why. I want to see What's up with the spiders? We haven't heard anything else with the spiders in 2 seasons. What moved the tent? How does the area, okay, so there's an area that the tent was moved through, and obviously that's the area where the cabin was. Because according to Boyd, the spiders must have drugged them past the cabin. Right? Okay, so cool. We're cool with that. So that means that the other bottle tree. Now, here's the thing too that I don't really like much in the show right now. Is that walking through the forest isn't what it used to be. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. Like, when they were walking through the forest on season 1, Boyd and Sarah had to stop at the hut, at the little stone hut where they found the talisman. Then they left the next day, they walked more, and then they got to the bottle tree. After the bottle tree, then the tent got drugged to another tree with the spider web. How is it that Jade is just able to just walk to and from the other bottle tree like that? How was Ethan and his mom and Jade able to just walk to those cabins in one day? Some of that shit right there is not making any sense. Kenny clearly stated that if they left now, they would have to get back to the hut because it was getting close to dark. They wouldn't be able to make it back into town. And Jim was like, no, we just gonna stay here. We'll just camp here in the cabin. So how is it that after we learn all of this, as far as distance is concerned, you got Jade and them just walking back and forth to the cabins and to the other bottle tree like it was nothing, when we knew that the shit was at least a day and a half's walk? It has to be at least a day and a half's walk, because that's how long it took for them to get to these places when we first got there. Next thing you know, Jade is just walking out to the second bottle tree like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. There's a little bit of, I don't know. It just seems like, you know, they made it a point to show us that it took a while to get to these places. And then after they showed us that, they just show the people, they just break that whole rule and like, yeah, we could get there in a couple of hours, or we can get there in a few minutes. Just walk right through the woods and we get there. Like, cause they walked there with Ethan and then they walked back with him. You know what I'm saying? Just some of that didn't make any sense, right? So I'd like them to spend a little bit more time on that stuff. And another reason why is because when Boyd met up with Martin, he said that there are other things out in the woods, and we didn't really get to see that much. Now, Martin also said, you have to hurry. He'll be back soon. And I'm kind of thinking that he could have been talking about the man in yellow. I don't know. Because to me, it seems like the man in yellow was released by Jade playing the melody from the tree. That's what it seems like to me. Because as soon as he came back, he said, hey, that Jade sure can play. That's one hell of a song. So I don't know. It just seemed like he was connected to that. Let me get a little bit of tea real quick, guys. Okay. Can everybody hear me well out there? Let me see something. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Good, good. So I don't know if you dropped the link in there, Nene. Drop that link. Let me see. Let me pull up something real quick for you guys. I don't know if y'all caught this last video, but I dropped this in the last video. Okay, so you can, if you comfortable with dropping your Instagram in there, I'm perfectly okay with that. You could drop your Instagram, let everybody know. Okay. All right, so in season 1, this is Boyd inside the tunnel. I mean, inside the well. And he's holding the fire. Now, I'm just give you a sneak peek on what's going in my next video. We're going to talk about Boyd and the fire bearer and being the light bearer. Yes, indeed. I believe the same. T-Ville's in the building. She said, hey, real and familiar. I believe the man in yellow is summoned by certain musical notes. I believe so. And I wonder if musical notes will be what puts him back as well. You know what I'm saying? Oh. 22 divided by 7. This is Pi Day, 3/14/25. This Pi Day, 3/14/25, there will be a full moon eclipse. Wow. Frum's first episode was aired on 2/20/22. The day leaving 314 days in the year. Ooh. Yeah. You know, I was talking to Taryn and I were speaking, and he's still on the alternate ending, y'all. And he's got a crazy twist. We talked about this before. And his twist is that it may happen on April 1st, which is April Fool's Day, which would be crazy. And it would be refreshing to see from in 2025, knowing that we got to wait all the way to 2026 for the season 4. So it would definitely be refreshing. I'm not going to share it with y'all. I'm going to let him share it with y'all. But he's got another piece of evidence that's kind of like, okay, you got a point there. And it has something to do with the interview. But and this interview was like 2 days ago. So it's like, why would this person be saying this? I'm gonna let him talk to y'all about it. I sent him the link. He knows. I messaged him, told him we're live, so he may be joining us. Don't know. You know what I'm saying? At 22 div, that's what's up. I like that. I do want to point out some things though. I mean, yo, seriously, I'm not mad at it at all. Okay, so in season 1, we seen Boyd with the lighter. Now, I want to ask you guys, do you think that I'm just reaching with this? I'm going to ask you before I spit it out there all the way. Do you think I'm just reaching with this, or do you think that this has some significance? because this is something that I noticed. I didn't notice anybody else talking about it, and I'm here to talk about it. But season 1, he's carrying the fire. Season 2, at the end, he's also carrying the fire. And in season 3, he's also carrying the fire. And he's and I'm gonna tell you like this. He's carrying that fire in 2 ways. Both times he got a gun with him. All 3 times he got a gun with him. He's got a gun with him here, because we know that he goes up into the well. He comes out the well and he starts pointing his gun. So we know he's got his gun with him, which is the fire. Yes, Prometheus. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We're going to talk about it, y'all. We're going to definitely talk about it. So now we're going into a different realm of symbolism as far as real enigmas and theories is concerned. However, we're going to go there. We definitely have to go there. Then he also had his gun because he had just shot Reggie in season 2. So we know he had his pistol with him here as well. And in season 3, we could see that he is got the pistol with him right there in his hand. So that's also fire, because I know that's what I keep that fire on me. And so this is fire right here. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Had to answer that phone call real quick to let this person know we've been playing phone tag for like a week. So I said, yo, I'm on the live stream and shit. So I got to call the brother back. But yeah, I had to answer that real quick. But yeah, let's talk. So Prometheus, you know what I'm saying? However, also the light bearer. Now the Prometheus is the torch screams Prometheus all the way. And then a lot of people don't know that the Statue of Liberty is also representation of 2, which is Lucifer, and also representation of Prometheus. It is the flame of Prometheus. We see the torches on the back of our dimes as well. Okay? On the back of the dime, it used to be the torches. Hold on, let me see if I can Google this shit real quick. I'm just going off the top of the head, y'all. I don't want to drop too much because this is going in my next video, but I'm just giving you a taste real quick. Let me see if I can look this up here. Okay. All right, so we now use the torch in our, let me see if I can share this with you guys. Okay. So I want to pull this one up to show you. The Mercury dime and the Roosevelt dime. Okay. We rock the Roosevelt dime now, which has the torch on the back. But this is called a fascide. Okay. This is a fascide. Here's a better picture of it right here. It's a weapon. Okay. And it's where we get the word fascism from. Okay. And so it was changed. And it was changed into the torch of Prometheus. Okay. A lot of people don't know this. This is ancient symbolism right here on the back of your money, as well as the rest of these coins. All of these coins have ancient symbolism. Okay. This is why a lot of our Capitol buildings don the old architecture of the ancient times. Whether you believe it or not, this architecture is actually ancient. This is not modern technology. This is ancient technology. And so this goes in. I'm not going, like I said, I'm not going to go crazy with it of what I'm dropping on you right now. Oh, this is a good picture right here. I'm not going to go crazy with it because I'm dropping it in the video. You know what I'm saying? And the video is going to tell you a lot. You know. Also, I'm doing a video. I'm about to start covering Severance. So I'm going to start off by showing you all the connections between From and Severance. There's so many connections between From and Severance, right? And while we're talking about that, this actually ties into that, especially when we talk about the torch of Prometheus, and where it represents in America is on Ellis Island. Ellis being the son of Boyd, and Boyd being the one who carried the torch, the father of Ellis, as in Ellis Island. And this island at one point in time was owned by the Lenape tribe. Okay? And it wasn't owned by the Lenape tribe, I should say, because the Lenape didn't have a concept of ownership. Okay? They didn't have a concept of ownership. They dwelled, or they occupied the land. And according to official records, the Dutch claim to have been sold the island of Manhattan. They claim to have purchased it from the Lenape tribe, who didn't even have a concept of owning things, right? They didn't even have a concept of land ownership. So I brought this up in last year, 2023, my 2023 From videos. If we have time, I'll find it, go over it or whatever, show you what I was talking about the Lenape tribe. If you're a real Enigmas and Theories page goer, you've heard this before about the Lenape tribe, about Boyd being the father of Ellis Island. I also talked about Battery Park and Matthias being killed in the battery. A battery is like an armory. All of these are significant to Boyd liberating the three. Okay, even those little puzzles that were given to the creatures, the little kids, the ghoulish kids inside the tunnels, they were given those puzzles. Ethan was playing with the same little puzzle. Those puzzles are reminiscent of the feeble mind test that they would give children when they came to Ellis Island, when they came to America from other countries on those large boats. They were given aptitude tests, and if they couldn't pass those tests, they disappeared or they were sent back, and I'm doing air quotes. And right in the very beginning, in the first episode of Severance, they reference this. If you've watched Severance before, then you know that Helly R woke up on the table and they had some questions for her. I believe they had 5 questions for her. And she couldn't answer any of the questions except for one of those questions. And the question was for her to name a state or any providence, right? And there's the word providence as well. And she said Delaware. Now, the Lenape tribe were literally called the Delaware by the Dutch. If you look up the word or the etymology of the word Delaware, it actually came from a Frenchman, Delaware. However, it meant coming from war, right? Come from war. And so the Lenape tribe was called Delaware. So there's so many different similarities with those shows, as well as, oh yeah, the Watchers. The Watchers is pretty much like a movie version of From. It, it's someone's From theory, pretty much. You know what I mean? It looks like M. Night Shyamalan's From theory. And if he was theorizing on what From was about, he made a movie about it. That's pretty much what that is. All City Big Hat, good to see you. He says, really looking forward to Severance. Me too. There's so many. The egg symbolism was also in Severance really heavy. They had the egg party, or the egg bar, where Dylan even tells Helly the egg bar is coveted as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's coveted. What do you mean, bro? So then you have O&D when Christopher Walken and that one old lady was walking through. When they were walking through and they met up with MDR, they had done a egg dropping contest where they were dropping eggs and shit. Even Helly says something about laying eggs, because she was like, oh, I think I figured it out. The goats are who lays the eggs. I believe she said that to Mark before they got on the elevator and she kissed him. I think she said that then or something. But yeah. So the egg symbolism was heavy in there as well. And the egg was heavy in the Squid Games. You know, the egg was in the Squid Games as well. They were eating eggs on the Squid Games. And there was something else about eggs on the Squid Games that I noticed. You know what I'm saying? Nasty Knox is in the building, says, same here, looking forward to your take on Severance. Yo, I'm going to go in on Severance. I just watched the entire series, or the entire first season all over again. I took serious notes this time. I haven't gone through and ran through and got the shots that I want to focus on yet, but there's hell of a lot of symbolism in it, especially the blue and green symbolism is key into understanding the hidden meaning. Now, when I drop Severance stuff, I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm not going to be telling you or predicting what's happening or none of that type of shit. We're just going to enjoy the show together. I might have a theory here and there. However, like one of my theories right now is that Miss Cobell, she has somebody that she loves and that she cares about, that lives on that on the floor where they got Mark's wife at. I think it's called the testing floor. She has somebody that lives down there. I think she's doing her own experiment to see if the consciousness, because the people on the testing floor are dead people. Mark's wife, I believe, probably died, and they were able to reanimate her and put the chip in her and give her an entire new consciousness. The reason why I believe this is because Shorty knows exactly how many hours that she was in operation, and she knows that they're being put to sleep. You see what I'm saying? She knows that. I also believe that there are severed people all over the world, and like they don't know yet. It's already happened. The reason why I think this is two reasons, and they're kind of smoke bombs too at the same time, but you gotta peep. The first one is because it seems like they're using politicians to help get this pushed to the public, right? And typically when governments are doing something like that, they've already got it out into the public. Like for instance, right now, they're already surveilling us. They have facial recognition on us, fingerprint. They probably have a lot of iris readings on your iris data, all of that kind of shit. They probably have all that already, right? But at some point in time, they're going to implement these things in forms of security. because people are going to lose their identification. They're either going to go for some sort of chip or some sort of eye scanning technology. They already have the facial recognition. I think during the pandemic, with people wearing the mask, they were refining the facial recognition software so that it could detect people in the mask by bone structure and things of that nature. Also, by simply following your phone. Um, but they're already doing these things, right? So I believe that that's all over the world. And then the second reason is pretty much like a body bag on this same theory. What they have severed people all over the world, because when Helly R met her quota and she got the 100%, here she got the little the 8-bit animation from Kier, and he said, yo, I gotta go because there's a lot of people all over the world that need me right now. And then he just flies away like a bird. I think that was a signal to tell us that there's severed people all over the place. We do have evidence of this because the councilman's wife, who was at the birthing spot, was already severed, and it seems like she was doing it just for childbirth. I believe that Rick and all of his little homies, I believe that they're all severed. The reason why I believe that they're severed is because I think that severed people kind of flock to this dude's writing and his vibes and shit, and they fuck with him. The girl that they sat Mark next to share the book with her, which was stupid as hell because they had like a pile of books over there that he was selling. He could have just gave him one of those books. But the girls said that she had a scar on the back of her head from when she was a kid. So was the scar from her getting severed as well? Like, I think that there are a bunch of people severed that either know it or don't know it. Yeah, so those are just a little bit of my thoughts about severance and shit. I'm not going to really get into it real heavy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to keep this live super long either, because my throat, shit. I'm still recovering from this cold. I'm getting better though. But yeah, let me look and see what you guys are talking about. The eggs was in the Squid Games. Yes, indeed, Soul Taker. That might be how it is with the founders, aka the board. Oh yeah, bro, Kier is a zombie. That would be crazy. That would be real crazy. Because I'm sure, and see, I think it might have something to do with Miss Cobell's mom. Because what if they have her mom down there on the testing floor? And that's why she's so interested to see if Mark will notice his wife Gemma there, because then that will give her hope, because she seems to be the one that's adamant about proving that reintegration is possible. And so, yeah, it just seems to be that she has another reason. And it seems the security dude that got killed by, what's her name? What was old girl's name? The one that severed Mark, she said she put the chip in his head. But Ragabi, her name was Ragabi. But yeah, I think that, yeah, I'm gonna definitely get some ginger and lemon tea. I'm sipping on some of that right now as we speak. Matter of fact, hold up. Oh, it's still too hot. But yeah, I definitely see the symbolism. They're using the same symbolism as they're using in From as well. The Delaware thing, I was like, damn. When I realized it, I was like, damn, that's all in From, because they talk about the Lenape tribe and they break that down, that symbolism there. And the symbolism doesn't necessarily tell you what the story is gonna do, but it's gonna show up. Whatever the story does, the symbolism is gonna be a major part of it. And you guys have seen me prove this twice already, with the Jade and the Roots connection, And you've also seen it with the egg connection and from. We at a point now that there's no doubt that it was an egg, that she laid an egg. Even Helly R says the goats are laying the eggs. So that was crazy as hell too, that she said that to me. Hold on, y'all. Let me got another call real quick. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Bro said, drink some old granddad and sweat that shit out. Do you? I know y'all hear it. I know y'all hear my voice sounding crazy. Like I'm trying to tell you, I was in this motherfucker sounding like Craig Mack last night. I didn't know what to do with myself. I can't wait to figure more out about Severance. Yes, there's a lot in Severance. I really want to know what the numbers mean in macro data refinement, what they're doing, what they're actually doing. I love the theories that are out there. I'm going to put my theory in my video, but I'm not sure on it. I definitely want to theorize on what they're doing. I hope we find that out in season 2. Severance has been very good about revealing some things and keeping us hooked as well. So I think they will reveal that in season 2. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this is going to be a situation like From, where the video, I mean the season is just dragging on and the mystery is just unanswered. I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to give us more answers. I think we'll definitely find out what they're doing in season 2 and what the work means. Yo, we got Vic in the building. Yo, what y'all doing? What's up, Real? Hope you're doing good. Yes, indeed, I'm doing well, except for I'm just recovering over a little cold I had the past few days. And, you know, I just wanted to come out here, touch base with everybody, see how everybody was doing. You know what I mean? Have a live stream, talk to y'all. You know what I mean? See what's good with y'all. See if we're thinking along the same pages on what we want to see for season 4. Season 4 is going to be fire. I think they're going to write some fire stuff. Like I said, I think they should focus more on Eloise. They should focus on some of the other questions that we had that we never got answered, like what drugged the tent, what's going on with those cabins, whose food was that, who put the trap out there, you know, what were the spiders all about? You know, did they affect Boyd? Are the spiders still a part of this thing, or was it just some random shit that was out in the woods, you know? What is good with that? Yo, for real. She said, get the vitamin C. Yo, I got some really dope suggestions on how to heal myself from this cold. And if I do all of that shit in one, I might gain some superpowers. So I think I'm going to just go through the comments and write down all of these lists, that all the shit that y'all telling me to do. I got, somebody said get a hot toddy. Somebody said get some granddad. Somebody said get the tea, the herbs, the lemon, ginger, get some honey and all of it. You drop the vitamin C on me. I might add some vitamin B in there. You know what I mean? Yeah, make a wellness cocktail, pop up the magic potion. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand in a little circle real quick, or a Vesica Pisces made of salt on the floor, and drink all that shit at the same time. And I'm gonna be able to jump through episodes and shit, yo. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be good from this. I appreciate that. Yep, I said the toddy. Yeah. Yes, you did. You said that to me in the message. When I said it, I was like, wait, that wasn't in the comments. Yes, indeed, Nene. But yeah, so we let me pull up this screen again. Hold on. And so then we have Boyd carrying the lantern. Look into the benefits of onions. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have onions in my socks while I'm standing in the Vesica Pisces. I'm gonna have that. Thank you, Jessica. Oh, I feel better already. Like yesterday, I felt like melted shit. I was bad off yesterday. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I was bad off. I couldn't even think straight. I just wanted to lay down and relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about I was laid out. And now we're waiting on a big snowstorm to yeah, I'm gonna be a story walker after I'm done with that shit. You know what I mean? We got to get the ginger ale that contains 0% ginger in that motherfucker. Yeah. You know, we got to get the Canada Dry. Yo, I'm mad that I missed the lawsuit for the Canada Dry. Cause my grandmom used to make sure that she picked up the Canada Dry every time somebody got sick. And that shit had no ginger in it. And they had a lawsuit where you could have sued the shit out of them for saying that they had ginger in their shit. But don't nobody hit like the Canada Dry. I don't know what they was putting in the motherfucker, but it made you feel better. So, I don't know. Like, yeah, it was the placebo effect. She said you were already a story walker. That's what's up. It's the story walkers against the slow walkers. Dig that. Yeah, it was the placebo effect. The Canada Dry ginger ale, there's nothing like it. I make my own ginger ale. I got my own little hookup. You know, I want to start making the ginger ale where you make your ginger bug and all of that shit, and it gets busy on its own and all of that. I want to start doing that. I haven't done that yet. I've just done like a ginger extract and made a syrup that I add to like some sparkling water or something. But I want to start doing like the ginger bug. I tried that shit before and I fucked around and I left like the container inside the car. And it was hot as hell that day. And we got back in the car. We was looking all around like, what is this shit all over the windshield and all over the car? Like, what is this shit? So I wiped that shit off and we drove home and I couldn't figure it out until I got home, got in the car, and it was like, oh shit, that shit exploded in the whip. And that shit, yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, I like the spicy spice brewed ginger ale. Look up fire cider to make some shot of that will cure any cold. Yeah, I'm hip. I'm hip. Yo, there's a brand of ginger ale called Red Rock. They make that shit down here in Georgia. It's a spot in Marietta where they make it. It's called Red Rock Ginger Ale. Go to your grocery store and ask them to stock that shit. That shit's the best ginger ale. And it's real ginger in it. It's real ginger. I think they put a little bit of cayenne pepper in the motherfucker too, because it got a kick. It's called Red Rock. Go check it out. They make it right here in Georgia. Shout out to them. That's not a sponsor. That's like some real shit that I actually, like. Yes, indeed. Oh yeah, it opens up the sinuses for sure. The spicy ginger ale is the shit. When I make ginger ale, it's spicy. It's good, sweet, spicy ginger ale. And it's strong. I like strong ginger ale, so I use like a club soda. You know what I'm saying? I go for the club soda, not necessarily like a sparkling water, but like a club soda. And yeah, it's good. I ain't gonna hold you. It's real good. Yeah. So I'm not gonna drop too much about Boyd and these seasons either. I'm not gonna drop too much about that. I dropped a little bit inside my last video and I talked about it. I said, let me throw this out there before anybody notices it real quick, because I've noticed it. And there's a lot with that. And this means something. I wonder now that I've noticed this, will they continue it for season 4? Because I caught you. It's obvious that you were doing this purposely on season 3. This is not a mistake, or this is not a coincidence that void is carrying fire. So I peeped the symbolism and I found your symbolism. And they did it slick, smart ways each time too. Each time was smart. I would say season 2 was the best because he actually used the torch and the light actually was useful. You know what I'm saying? Um, and also how he always has his gun with him as well. So he always keeps that fire. He doesn't necessarily keep his handcuffs and shit on him all the time. But that pistol, he got it. So, yo, shout out to that. I'm waiting on a nasty storm. Julie's here. Julie Mayer is here. She says, I'm waiting on a nasty storm as well down in the Noonan Peachtree City area. Yeah, we about to catch hell down here in Georgia because these people like the Department of Transportation, they not really equipped like up north is. Like I'm used to snow. You know what I'm saying? I know what it is. I know what it hit for. Yo, as a matter of fact, shout out to everybody over there in LA in I believe it's the Palisades over there in California with the fire. I hope everyone is doing well over there. You know what I'm saying? Hope everyone is safe. Hope there's no loss of life in your families over there. I hope everything is fine. I think it's so crazy that here we are expecting a crazy snowstorm to hit tonight. And over there, they're dealing with literal fire. You know, I hope all is well with everyone in both instances. Last time was 2017. We had a big storm down here. My son was a week old. All of the power was out for like a week. All of the neighbors were going around making sure we all had firewood and we were all taking care of each other. Everyone's groceries were outside. It was actually a pretty dope time. You know, we huddled in one room, everybody in front of the fireplace. There was no sound. You didn't hear any kind of electrical noise whatsoever. Everything was just so quiet and balanced. The food stayed cold because we put it outside. And we ate, you know, what we could. We cooked, we grilled, we hopped on the grill, we did what we could. It was a fun time, but it was also serious. And, you know, I hope that it is in the hearts of everyone this time to do the same thing and take care of one another in the different neighborhoods. And I hope that that is the love that people feel when there are going to be people in need around you and these things are going to happen. I'm going to tell you, 2025 is going to be full of a lot of this. Y'all thought 2024 was crazy? Look how fast 2024 went by. 2025 is about to take us on a spin, y'all. So, you know, make up with the people that you got problems with in your families and your loved ones and all that. And y'all gonna need each other. It's gonna get real crazy. If there's not anything that I've been noticing in this symbolism, it's that for sure. The symbolism in the movies and the television shows has been foretelling or foreshadowing something very serious about to take place around the world. You know what I'm saying? And there are people in control of the narrative. So be careful of your minds and your inner peace as well. Don't let things that you can't control bother you the least bit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I just wanted to hop on here, touch base with y'all, let y'all know what I got cooking. I let y'all see a little something. I talked about the Severance shit. And what else is it? Oh yeah. Let me pull this up real quick one more time. Yes. Okay. And Nini, go ahead and drop your link down there. If it's your Instagram, you know what I'm saying? We'll work on getting your website up. Let's do that. Let's work on getting you hooked up. I'm ready to rock with you on that. Let's get your website up. Also, I'm gonna go through Silo. I'm gonna go through both seasons of Silo. Pull out the esoteric symbolism. Reveal a lot of that. I've talked about it actually as the season was going on in my live streams. I'll just go and reiterate some of those notions. The Wizard of Oz is in everything, guys. The Wizard of Oz, and from what I know, from my knowledge, is that when they're talking about stuff like the Wizard of Oz, they're literally talking about changes that are going to happen with money. We've seen that happen with right before crypto. There were a lot of movies that had made Wizard of Oz references right before the rise of cryptocurrency and before it got really popular, like the explosion of Bitcoin. There were a lot of movies that were made referencing the Wizard of Oz. So there's something else that's about to happen as well with finance in the world. And it's going to be something that affects the entire world. This is why all of the Wizard of Oz references. Okay. If you look at even the penguin, they were referring to the penguin himself as Oz. His name was Oz or Oswald. They also talked about the hangman. Sophia was the hangman, and there's a hangman in the Wizard of Oz. Also, you had references in Silo to the Wizard of Oz. They had references. Yo, somebody said teacup. Yeah, teacup is definitely some references. I talked about that. I gotta make a confession. I've only watched 2 episodes of Teacup. I didn't finish watching it. I was so tied up into From, and I was like, why in the hell would they drop this the same time From is going on? I wasn't watching that one. I was tied up watching From. But now that I'm on it, I'm gonna go back and watch everything. It doesn't hurt to drop these videos. I know they probably won't get a lot of views while the seasons aren't hot, but I'm not in it for the views. I am just documenting my exploration of the esoteric symbolism in film and television. So yeah, I'm gonna keep them coming, keep the vibes coming. Miss Deb is in the building. She says Happy New Year. Real prayers go out to everyone going through 2025. Nice catch regrouping from the holidays. Nice to catch regrouping from the holidays, ready to get back to From and any of your great theories. Yes indeed. Thank you. She said love your content. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you very much. I'm going to be I'm not here for the views, y'all. I'm just documenting the esoteric symbolism that I'm experiencing. It's something that I've been doing since I was a real young lad. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been noticing esoteric symbolism ever since I was watching Gargoyles in the 90s, Batman. You know, it's all there. A lot of the esoteric symbolism. It's a beautiful thing how they've used this. A lot of the esoteric symbolism, there are many different types. However, a lot of it has to do with ancient symbolism. You know what I mean? And that actually have to do with the building blocks of creation and all types of wondrous things. And so when you go down those rabbit holes, hopefully that's what I set out to do. At first, I set out to find you guys, and I found you guys, and then you guys found me, right? And now what my intentions are with the page, with this particular page, is to send you on a rabbit hole. Send you on a rabbit hole of the symbolism. I'm going to show it to you in everything I watch. I'm going to watch more stuff for you guys. I'm going to watch what you suggest. I'm going to get around to Teacup. I am going to I'm going to rewatch Silo. And I'm going to And I'm going to let me do something real quick. I'm gonna get into some of these shows that I haven't gotten into yet and haven't gotten around in time to. Let me go ahead and drop some more of these real quick on y'all. We got some more members in the building. I'm gonna keep going live every week, y'all. Yo, I'm gonna tell you, like the StreamYard, I think I'm gonna get rid of StreamYard. They went up on the price and they didn't do anything else to the thing. They didn't make it any better. So I'm gonna move to a different one. I've been looking at a couple of them. So when y'all see me, I might be going back to OBS though, because I was getting fire on it before I switched over. There are a lot of things I like about it. It's like easy to pop your comments up and all that jazz. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna talk to the people at StreamYard like, yo, y'all need to act right. Like, change something. Let's see if I can work out something. I'm gonna just tell them I'm gonna leave. And generally, when you tell them you're gonna leave, they like to go ahead and be like, nah, we'll throw you a couple months for this price, whatever. Yeah, y'all gotta do something. Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets is another one. Yellow Jackets is another one. Oh, Yellow Jackets is on Netflix. That's fire. You're welcome. You're welcome. If you got one of those, go ahead and celebrate with the emojis that you now have access to. You know what I'm saying? Who else got one? Okay. Yeah. I see y'all here. Yeah, Yellow Jackets going to Netflix was a good move, for real. I know that brought a lot of people to that show. That show was already doing good numbers. The cast is amazing. The casting was also amazing. How is Yellow Jackets? Oh yeah, Yellow Jackets is definitely, there's a lot of symbolism, that the same symbolism that we find in From. Some of the same symbolism is in there. Yeah, you're gonna love it. You'll definitely love Yellow Jackets. As a matter of fact, I'm jealous. You haven't seen it yet. Imagine being somebody that hasn't seen Yellow Jackets that's about to sit down and watch it for the first time. Like, Yellow Jackets is pretty fire. You know what I'm saying? Yellow Jackets is pretty dope. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's 2 seasons already, and Yellow Jackets is coming back in February. So you might want to go ahead and get on that, Vic. It's coming back in February. I'm going to cover that as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you definitely got to check that out. They're giving you for your birthday, huh? Your birthday's in February. Okay. Well, we'll be on deck. I'm gonna try to go live like at least twice a week. You know what I'm saying? I love going live on Saturday because that's when my slowest day. That's when I just be chilling. So I like going live on Saturday. So I'm gonna try to keep that pattern. I might go, I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. You know, when something happens, I always like to do the express lives. There's nothing happening too much, but Severance is coming back. That's the next big deal. I think Severance comes back on the 17th. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, that's next week. Severance is back next week, y'all. Beautiful. Yeah, Yellow Jackets was one of them kind of things where, you know, you gonna watch that whole thing straight out. It's fire. It's fire. I love how, I don't want to spoil anything, but you're like flipping back and forth, you know. I love how they flip back and forth. I love the casting. I love the people that they chose. They did a great job with the casting. You know? So yeah, I don't want to take too much of your time. I don't want to make this video too long. This is a laid back version. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 100%, but I still wanted to touch with the audience, touch base, the holidays slowed a lot of stuff down. And so, it's time to get it going back up. I'll talk to y'all later. Anyway, just a little something to think about while we wait on the next episode. That's all for the live stream this evening. I'll catch you in the next one.